Hey guys, it's Lion here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're going to be doing another review. Today we're going to be looking at Indiana Jones number 5, The Dial of Destiny, and I hope you guys have a good time with this review. Before we begin, a few things. First of all, thank you guys. We did reach 1,000 subscribers at the beginning of last month. I will be doing a giveaway here soon, probably around the 20th of July, and I am waiting for a book to get here before I kind of get started on that. It'll be a relatively simple giveaway. I'm not really looking to do anything too ridiculous, and it'll be a US only giveaway for this first one. Eventually, when I get a larger audience, I'll find a way to make a international giveaway so that everyone can kind of get out of it. But most of my audience is US based, so it really makes no sense for me to focus on international stuff right now, right? I'm waiting on a book for that, so it'll be a while before we get around to it. It might not actually happen on the 20th. I'm not really sure yet. And also, if you're interested in, kind of showing your appreciation with a more kind of like physical kind of sense, I do have a coffee, and I do have a Amazon wish list down below. It'll only be around, the wish list will only be around probably for my birthday and Christmas. Otherwise, I probably won't have it up on the channel. But if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out. If you're not, feel free to not check it out. It's just an option. It's just there. Don't feel like you have to do anything. Broadly speaking, I don't really care. I just think it's like a usual YouTuber thing to have like ways to provide kind of like people with the ability to show appreciation for the YouTuber. So I thought I'd do it. But I don't want to really make it too big of a deal. So it'll just be on for a few months out of the year. So yeah, let's get into The Dial of Destiny. It's a really fun movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I really did enjoy it. However, I think it is mostly due to the fact that I'm not necessarily the world's biggest Indiana Jones fan. I watched the 2008 movie, The Crystal Skull, and I enjoyed some elements of it, and I didn't really care too much about it broadly. When it comes to treasure hunting, for me, the go-to movies are actually the National Treasure movies. I just really like them a lot. And Indiana Jones was something that I was aware of, something that I knew that was around, but not something that I was really invested in. My dad was never really an Indiana Jones guy, Indiana Jones movie kind of guy. So we didn't really get those all that often. We didn't really end up watching them very often. I don't think I've ever actually seen the second or third one. However, I do have a general understanding of the movies because I did play the Indiana Jones Lego game. Through just osmosis of talking to people and stuff, you kind of learn about the movies and stuff, but I really never watched them. I think I watched the first one recently. I don't think I ever finished it. And I watched the fourth one way back when. And then we went to watch the fifth one here for 4th of July. My parents came up, and I don't have the ability to like have a cookout here, so we decided to go to the movies instead. And it was a really great time. I felt the movie was a little bit long. However, broadly speaking, I quite enjoyed my experience with it. I thought it was really, really great. It's nice to see an old man hero type character that is like, he still got it, even though he is kind of like a rickety old man, but he admits that he's a rickety old man. He's fine with the reality of his situation. He also admits that it makes it difficult for him to continue to be who he is, but he's okay with that because, time's up. That's kind of how it goes. And I like that because it's pretty different from, some of the hero characters that we see from other people like Tom Cruise or The Expendables or, Daniel Craig's James Bond. Even though it kind of hits on similar beats of like, I can't jump as far as I could before, so I'm going to have an accident kind of thing. But it kind of feels different. Harrison Ford was clearly very invested in what he was doing. And I really liked the lady character. I don't remember her name. Wombat. I think her actual name was Helena. I know the actress. She's from Fleabag. I just don't remember what her name is. But I really enjoyed her as a character. I thought she was great. She was not necessarily a second main character, but she was close to being pretty important to kind of having a main character role. And I liked her for two things. One, she is an awesome female character. She's cool, she's interesting, she's smart. She's sarcastic, she's witty, she's funny. But she doesn't overshadow Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones. Because the movie is about Indiana Jones. It's supposed to be him, right? And a lot of times in these movies where it's like the old guy and the new chick overshadows the new guy or the old guy, because the point is like, hey, she's way better than him because she's a girl. And I don't love those types of movies. I don't hate them either. I think I understand where it's coming from, but it's just the execution's bad. However, in this movie, it never happened. It was very clearly like, hey, both of these are important characters. One's male, one's female. It doesn't matter. They have a history together. They mean something to each other. And they both have shitty lives. However, through their adventure, they're going to be able to make their lives better in some way. And we're going to have fun with it. And I really, really liked it. There were some fun cameos here as well. And overall, it was a really fun movie. I enjoyed it. I liked how it tied into Greek history. And I also enjoyed the way that it tied into World War II history. A little bit on the nose sometimes, the fact that Nazis are bad. Yes, everyone agrees. There's no, you don't have to say it every 3 seconds. But I guess it is kind of like I guess it is kind of necessary. But also it was just like, okay, we got it the first 10 times that you said it. You don't have to keep saying it, right? Otherwise, I don't know. Overall, it was just really, really great. I had a lot of fun with this movie. It was exciting. It was enjoyable. The CGI was noticeable, worse than it's been before. It did kind of feel a little bit like the Polar Express for some scenes, specifically early on in the movie. However, I think I've seen a lot of people talk about it in a way where it's like, oh, it's so bad. It's like, it's not that bad. Maybe it's not as good as like the Avengers movie CGI, like you know, back when the MCU was the top of everything. Maybe it's not as good as that, but it is nowhere near as bad as it really could be. It's fine. It's not that important, and it broadly doesn't really take away from the movie because it's just part of a sequence. It's fine. You get the feelings of what the sequence is conveying, even if it doesn't look the best. So it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't look 100% accurate, but it's like 80% accurate, and that's fine. That works for me, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's something that I don't really mind all that much because I don't really care broadly. I'm not really sure, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend you guys watch it. However, be prepared for a rather long movie. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, if I remember correctly. And there are moments where it does feel that long, where it's like, okay, I don't really want to be here for this long. However, broadly, it is enjoyable. It is fun. It kind of keeps itself afloat by having interesting situations and things happening. So it'll be good. However, I do think that this is probably not for lifelong fans of Indiana Jones. This is probably for casual fans of Indiana Jones. And I think that broadly speaking, that is kind of not the best, maybe. But also, because I am a casual fan, it really worked for me. And so, your minds may vary there. Let me know what you guys thought down below if you have watched it. And thank you guys very much for watching the video. See you guys later.